Good morning. Last lecture we are discussing the structure and function of DNA. Today we will discuss a new point, that is cell cycle. We have know very well about the cell cycle. Cell cycle means the cell cycle or cell division cycle is a series of events that takes place in a cell that cause to divide into two daughter cells. That is called a cell cycle or cell division cycle. In this event, include the duplication of DNA, that is DNA replication, and some of its organelles, and subsequently the partitioning of its cytoplasm and other component into two daughter cells in a process, and that process is called a cell division. This diagram shows that is prokaryotes binary fission generation time as short as 20 minutes. Means in binary fission, those are takes place in 20 minutes. The E. coli, the dividation of E. coli, they are the two daughter E. coli. The chromosome replication begins. Thereafter, one copy of origin move rapidly toward the other end of its cells. Means here these are the bacterial chromosome, and here the two copies of origin, like two copies of that chromosomes. Then replication continues. One copy of origin is now at each end of the cell, and then replication of finish of the plasma membrane grows inward, and new cell wall is called deposited. Lastly, two daughter cells are formed. These are the result of last cell cycle. Then we have no very well about the definition of chromosome. Chromatin chromosome means the thread-like structure. Those are seen. Means those are seen within the nucleus. That is called as chromosome. Chromatin. That type of chromosomes they are seen in interface. Chromatin network. Gene. You have no very well about gene. These are the smallest segment of gene. Genome. You have no karyotype. Then describe the human genome and karyotype in terms like a number of base pair, number of gene, and number of chromosomes. These are the eukaryotic DNA chromosomes. Actually, you have know the chromatin, long DNA molecule with associated, that is protein. These are called as chromatin, and chromosome, that is densely packed chromatin, like during cell division, protect the DNA and set up DNA distribution. They are seen in figure. Then you have know each chromosome contain 100 to 1000 of genes. Means you know that there are two parts of chromosome, that is homologous and non-homologous region. In this region, thousands of genes, those are located on a chromosomes. That is functional unit of heredity. You have no very well about the gene, and gene is a functional unit of heredity. Means heredity means the transmission character from one generation to the another generation, and that is called as heredity. And then heredity is due to the gene. Typically, the instruction for the protein or RNA. Genome means organism complete DNA sequence, that is called a genome. Humans appropriately have 25,000 genes in the now sequenced human genome. Then chromosomes, they are the chromosomes, there are 23 pairs of chromosomes. Each species has a characteristics, a number of chromosomes, a number that is varies between the species to species, does not reflect complexity. Human being, there are 46 number of chromosomes, 23 pair. Some ferns like 1000 plus chromosomes are present. Chromosomes for individual they are called as karyotype. Then these are the chromosome number in selected eukaryotic, like some fungi, these are insects, these are plant, and some vertebrates. There are different number of chromosomes that are present within genetic makeup of particularly individual. Then that is chromosome. You have know the function of chromosome, that is chromosome carry the genetic information of cell. You have know the chromosome generally carry genetic information from one generation to the another generation, from one cell generation to the next generation, from one organism from its offspring. Then there are the structure of chromosome. These are the homologous uh, chromosome and sister chromatid. They are the centromere and they are the chromatid, tetrad, sister chromatid. They are also homologous chromosome. They are the chromosome duplicated, including DNA synthesis. Like they are the centromere, like this. These are the image that is called as same scanning electron microscopic imaging. Then these chromosomes are divided into two daughter chromosomes, separation of sister chromatid. Then draw a circle or diagram in eukaryotic cell, labeled all pages, draw kara, discuss what goes on in each of the page on a diagram, note where checkpoint exists and also discuss G0 and discuss cell cycle regulation in general terms. आता आपण समोर डिस्कशन करणार त्या गोष्टीचं. That is eukaryotic cell cycle. When cell reaches a certain size, growth either stops or the cell must divide. Cell division is generally a highly regulated process, and generation time for eukaryotic cell varies widely, but it is usually 8 to 20 hours. These are the diagram of cell cycle actually. These are G1 phase. These are all over these are the interphase, that is G1, S phase, that is called the DNA synthesis phase. They are G2 phase, and these are the M phase. M phase, these are called the mitotic phase. Uh, Mitotic phase include mitosis and cytokinesis, as well as meiosis and cytokinesis. Then you have now the major events in cell cycle. The diagram clearly seen uh, clearly seen the cell cycle or cell dividation. You have know the cell cycle proceed via four stages. Cycling, these are the in somatic cell. You have know very about the somatic cell or reproductive cell. Somatic cell means that is called as body cell, and reproductive cell that is called as germ cell or reproductive cell. In generally, cell cycle include four phases like G1, S, G2, and M phase. Interphase is actually total cell cycle. These are divided into two phases like interphase and as well as M phase. Interphase are divided into G1, S, and G2 phase. The G1 phase actually they synthesize many proteins. Also synthesize three type of RNA like messenger, transfer, and ribosomal RNA. Then S phase actually S phase. S stand for synthesis, and in this phase, DNA synthesis as well as replication of DNA. Generally, those are occur in S phase. Then G2 phase, actually G2 phase, many hormones and enzymes are synthesized in G2 phase, as well as many type of RNA. These are also synthesized in G2 phase. They are called as second gap phase. G1 phase, G1 phase. These are also called as first gap phase. They are also called as first growth phase. Then M phase, actually M phase, they are also divided into two phases like mitosis or meiosis, and last one they are called cytokinesis. In M phase, there are the multi-stages period, whereas chromosomes separate and cell divide. In dividing mammalian cell, the four phases of the cell cycle typically require 9 hour, 10 hour, 4.5 hour, and 30 minutes respectively. Many cells in adult multicellular organism do not proliferate and never, or at least rarely divide. These cells exist in the cell cycle in the G1 phase and either quiescent phase, these are called as G0 phase. These are also cell cycle. These are the checkpoint of G1. These are checkpoint of G2, and lastly checkpoint of M phase. These are the three checkpoints. These are present on cell cycle. Actually, they are signal. We have no. आपण त्याला signal एक प्रकारे म्हणू. Cycling and non-cycling development protein that is called as kinase, that is cells, and uh, cytokinin growth function, that is suppressor, or that is called as cancer cell. These are G0. G1 checkpoint, and these are G2 checkpoint point. These are two checkpoint, M checkpoint and G2 checkpoint, and these are G1 checkpoint. You have now actually this table shows the growth factor of mammalian cell. That is epidermal growth factor, that is EGF. The range of society, that is broad, and effect that stimulates the cell proliferation in many tissue. They play a key role in resulting embryonic development. They are the erythropoietin, narrow range and these are the effect of that erythropoietin. They are the growth factor. We are the NGF, PDGF, TGF. These are the growth factor and this effect. Then actually you have know uh, today we'll stop here actually, and tomorrow we'll discuss the first cell division, means first stage of cell division, that is called as mitosis. Today stop here. Thank you. Thank you.